I'm a big fan of Superman. The Batman just came out. We just got through a whole Infinity Wars with Marvel, and there was always a big bad. And the one
Mm.
thing that fascinates me, not to give away too much, the one thing that fascinates me is there really is no big bad, no antagonist, and because it's you know 17 years in the making and based on your daughter somewhat, how did that work itself? What is the distance?
I very specifically did not want to do a story in which, again, not to spoil too much, but the manifestation of autism being bad. I
Mm.
didn't want to put a
Yes.
label or a
Good
Yes.
diagnosis,
choice. Very good choice.
because I wanted to treat it more like it's a weather system, right? Like like a hurricane can do a bunch of damage, but the hurricane doesn't have emotional content. You
Mhm.
can feel a certain way about it, but it didn't do it. It's not the bad guy in weather. It ultimately this wanted to be like a woman versus nature story and not a man versus evil story. And so to pull out that level of antagonism, to pull out that kind of antipathy towards what could easily have been, the dark side of the force, was kind of important to me because I never wanted to portray it as a bad thing, because there are plenty of people all along the spectrum who love the fact that their brains work a little bit differently, who do
Mhm.
not see being on the spectrum as a negative in their lives in any way. And I wanted to be respectful of that and mindful of that. Like
Wow.
my experience with it is different than theirs. And as any parent will on the spectrum will tell you, that it's always a challenge learning to adjust to it. But it's a challenge the same way living in the Northeast will make Northeasters a pain in the ass. Like you just have to live with it. You gotta navigate it. You gotta put your house on stilts.
We all
You
feel
gotta spend
attacked.
money. You gotta rebuild
We got the
sometimes.
trifecta of Northeasters too, and New
Yeah.
Yorkers, so we get it.
Yeah,
From
like
Brooklyn.
there's gonna be a dumbass blizzard that's gonna fuck up your life every now and
That's
again. But
true.
you just gotta live with it because that's where you are.
Yep.
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 That's how it
Yep.
is.
And that's
No
how it
matter
is. And
what you
so
do, somebody's gonna find something.
there's gonna be
I,
something. So
you
yeah, it
know,
was very much not about making it the bad guy.